Hello guys and welcome to my ODE video. I am sick so I probably sound horrible, but enjoy. Here is our centerline. I was quite happy with it. This is my horse's first ever ODE. He is sort of 5.5 years old I think, and his second ever ridden outing. So I was beyond impressed with how he was all day. We got a 60.51 for the dressage test, and everything the judge said I 100% agree with. I got a few 7s and 6.5s, but honestly I was just so happy with how he was moving quite rhythmically, and he was quite even in his paces. The judge's comments were very accurate, I think, and I have lots to work on. She mentioned that I need to focus on left rein, and that is something I totally agree with, although in these conditions it was rainy and my god, the ground was so slippery, and I don't have studs in, so I was impressed we didn't even fall over. But yeah, so basically he was just really doing his best with what we had. I chickened out a little bit on the canter. I probably could have committed to it a bit more, especially on the left rein, which you'll see later. But honestly, this circle I was quite happy with. A comment I get quite a lot is that my circles are too small, so this is something I'm working on. I'm better at it on the right rein. I'm better at everything on the right rein, but that is fine. So here we have my beautiful canter. I was quite happy with his transitions. They were quite clean and accurate, I think, especially the one that he does to walk a bit later. It was beautiful. One thing I want to work on for myself personally is holding my hands a bit higher, as I feel like I have them quite low here and they could be a bit steadier. So yeah, here's the canter, and I felt really slippery here, so I sort of didn't let him go any faster than this, and obviously that let us down points because he and I looked like we didn't have the confidence, which was fair enough. I didn't want to go any faster than we were. But yeah, this is something that we can continue to build on, and obviously if we have studs in for our next event, then that is going to help. This trot to walk, beautiful. Love it. So proud of that transition. Here's our change the rein on the long rein. I was on the long rein, but he didn't really stretch down at all. But to be honest, I'm happy with that because he didn't pace until right at the very end once I started to pick him up again. So that's something obviously we're going to keep working on. But the fact that he didn't pace at all in the actual long rein walk was something I was quite happy with. And then here, apparently I missed the centre line. I was a bit too far over, but she said it was still a nice straight line. And my halt was going to be good until it wasn't, and we kept fidgeting. But that's okay, because honestly, I was very impressed with his test so far, and I wasn't even really focused on the halt. And he just sort of shimmied off the line a bit. But honestly, it's fine. YOLO. We're going to compete again. Here is my dad with his best horse dad ever mug. And then my Nana and Granddad came along to watch us do our jumping phases, which was really cute. Shart loved seeing them. Here's a cute photo of my Nana patting Shart. He was loving all the attention that he was getting. So precious. And then this was us waiting for cross country because there was a slight hold up. And then we ended up doing show jumping first, even though I was supposed to be going cross country first. So here's our show jumping round. Woo! So because of the hold up on cross country, we ended up doing show jumping first, and that way meant that we were not really prepared. So most of the riders were doing show jumping in half show jumping, half cross country outfits, because that's just how it ended up going. So here I am with my navy show jacket and my navy jodhpurs, looking really like a fashion icon. But yeah, so this is his second show jumping round ever that he's ever done. And by God, was I happy. Obviously, we didn't actually get any poles down, so we were, fully clear, which was very impressive. But he still hasn't quite figured out the jumping technique yet. that is something that he has gotten a lot better at. The thing I find is he mostly doesn't have his back feet together when he takes off. But obviously with more strengthening and flat work, that's going to improve, and I'm going to start getting some more lessons so I can make sure I'm doing everything right, because I basically taught him everything on my own. Because when I brought him, he had literally been ridden twice in a round pen, and that was it. So to get him out to his first ODE and for him to go clear was like amazing. I don't really care about his technique. If he can pick his legs up out of any stride, like, that's what we want. So I was just really happy that he was able to throw himself over these jumps and not knock anything down. Like, who gives a shit about technique when you're starting out? Not me. We'll get there one day. He has come actually quite far though, to be honest, compared to how he was used to jump. And here I am starting cross country after show jumping, which was not the intended order, but that's how it ended up happening. So now I'm in my cross country gear again. And yeah, so I was super happy with the course. It was easy, like, it was pretty relatively simple. There was not too many questions. So basically I knew we were going to go clear. Coming up to this next jump though, was like the jump that I was most worried about, because it was quite tall and it was on the stop bank. And basically I thought what happened was we were going to get a stop, because, like, I feel like we stopped, but the judge didn't count it as a stop. So we went clear cross country as well. Double clear inside the time. See, I would consider that a stop, but the lady didn't, so that's all good. Yeah, so then we trotted down this hill, and I was too busy thinking about that to think about the next jumps, which is a slight concern, because they were a double, and I should have been thinking about them. So here he, like, takes the lead and, like, throws me out of the saddle, and then I'm like, shit, pay attention. And then we sorted it out. And then here we got to jump the little ditch jump, and he was really, really good. We had done it a few times before, which was good, because I sort of expected it to be in the round, and it was. So good thing we practiced that. Sometimes when we come down here to, like, school, we jump a bit higher than 65. Like, I think the highest jump we did was 1.5 meters, but we only did one big jump. But yeah, now I'm feeling really confident, because a lot of the jumps that we school over were in the 80 centimeter round. So that's given me lots of excitement to see what his future's going to be like. Anyway, this lady in the blue jacket was really excited to see us, so it's kind of random. She was really watching us. Maybe she's a fan. But yeah, anyway, that castle jump was one of my favourite jumps on the course. This jump here jumped really well. I was super excited about it, because I've never done a jump on a hill before, and that one was. And he rode it really well, so I was super impressed with that. And then this one was a corner, and we jumped it on the angle, so I was really happy with how he took that one under his stride. And then we got to go through these little gates. I probably should have gone around them, because I was way too fast anyway. I was, like, ahead of the time by, like, a minute, but that's fine. So yeah, then we kept on dawdling on around the course. There was this bit here where we sort of had to, like, go through the water jump, but you didn't have to go in the water. We didn't, because I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, we just kind of snuck around the flags. And then there was, like, 2 more jumps until we were home. The last jump was, like, crazy wide. You cannot see it for anything in this video, because it's extremely far away from the camera. But yeah, you can trust me, it was, like, wide. It was, like, at least 1 meter wide. And it was, like, bright yellow, so that was super cute. But yeah, it's right behind this truck, so you cannot see it. Whee! And then we were done, and I was so proud of him, because we went double clear. And yeah, we ended up coming 10th place out of our class of 21, which was, like, incredible, because that's his first ever event, and I was just so proud. He's much better at eventing than my other horse, Fern. She was unique. She's challenged in the dressage segment of things. But yeah, I was super happy with how Sharp performed in all 3 phases, and I cannot wait to see how his future ends up going and what we can make it up to.